Yo, 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 yo. Y'all got to forgive me, man. It has been a while since I have done this, but I'm glad to be back temporarily. So don't get your hopes up because it's going to be a short show. And y'all probably ain't going to see me until it's going to be a minute. But I got some free time tonight. And this is like our pre show that's going to set us up for Wednesday because I'm going to do a full show on Wednesday. But yeah, man, great to be back. I have not been on a Black Comic Lords live. You're probably talking at least 2021. And even when I did that, it was very briefly, man. My time is very limited, man. Time is money. um, yeah, man. So I'm glad I'm back. Like I said, probably like 4 or 5 times already. Um, I'm primarily working on the Black Comic Lord tour over on TikTok and over on Instagram. And so that's where I'm primarily at. So it's been a while. I'm a little rusty when it comes to all this functionality that we're using on YouTube, but I got it together. Sorry I'm late. We got some topics tonight we're going to talk about. It's going to be a very short show. Might give out some books, man. This is I can't even tell y'all what this is because if you're a real one, you already know what this is, right? It's not no key, but it's just a dope cover. So this will be something that we'll potentially be giving out on Wednesday if we get enough people on the live. So y'all make sure y'all show up on Wednesday because that's what we'll be doing. But yeah, man, glad to see the folks that's in here. So yeah. Anyway, so let's get on with the show. First topic we're going to talk about is a did you know? And let me get some things situated here because I am producing by myself tonight, and it's all good. So here's a did you know fact for today. So I actually posted this on our TikTok. So again, TikTok, Black Comic Lords, find us on TikTok. I'm not sure how many folks are on our TikTok, but we're almost at 1,000, which is going to mean a lot. Shout out to the folks that helped us get over 1,000 on YouTube. Also helped us get 1,000 on Instagram. But here's your did you know fact. Who was the first person to ever play Misty Knight? What actress was the first person to ever play Misty Knight? Now, most of you guys are going to say, guys and gals, are going to say Simone Missick, right? Most of you guys are going to say that because you guys know her from the Luke Cage show. I think she's gorgeous. She did a good job. They kind of threw her in at the end and kind of gave her like kind of a silly arm. I thought they could have did better with her. But at least we got her in live action. But she is not the first person to actually portray Misty Knight. A lot of people don't know that. You'll be shocked who I have here. But Tamara, like sister back in the day in the 90s show. Tamara Mowry was the first actress to play Misty Knight. A lot of folks don't know that. However, it wasn't live action. It was just a voiceover, but she was still an actress that portrayed her. Now, what show was that? I actually was looking up some Misty Knight facts, and she popped up, and it said 2009, and it gave her notation. I'm like, well, when did she post? When did she? When was she Misty Knight? And it was a little like a Disney Junior kid show that was basically the Superhero Squad show. She actually voice acted for Misty Knight. Thought that was kind of cool. This is way back in 2009. I tried to watch this show, but it's way too kiddish. Super, but they had a lot of characters that they added into this, and they weren't scared to add a lot of characters in this. So I always thought that was cool. Let's see. Next topic we're gonna get into. If you didn't know that, check that out. So next topic we're going to get into. So I had the pleasure of actually getting this comic. This comic is called Black Cobra. And this is by Mr. Paul Rupert. All right. And Black Cobra, man, I just got drawn to it because this is an independent comic. This is a black character. This is not his first appearance, but this is definitely a dope cover. I bought this. He's actually going to send me another one, but this is dope. I actually did a variant based off of this. Go and pick this up. This is through Grok Comics, Grok. So go Google them. And then their website is very user friendly. And so it's really, really easy to find this comic. Now, the interior. I haven't read the story, but I did thumb through the interior, and I posted up some interiors. It is at standard for Marvel or DC or better artwork wise. And I tell people all the time, if your artwork is right, I mean, you're going to sell a lot of comics. Just off of that alone, you're going to sell a lot of comics. So I picked this up again. His name is Black Cobra. It's not his first appearance. I will be grabbing his first appearance. You know, we got a lot of guys that come into the space and say we need to support Black comics, Black independent guys. This is that, the third, and then hey, post them up. If you want us to support them, post them up. You know, tell us why this is cool. Tell us why we should be picking these books up. You know, we see that for the Black Panthers. We see that for the Valkyries. We see that for all the Marvel, DC, and mainstream characters. But we need to see the same type of energy for these independent characters as well. And you just can't rely on just a Black Comic Lord staff to do that every week, every day. It's a grassroots effort. Let me adjust some light in here for you guys. Much better. All right, so I'm going to touch on this topic just a little bit, and I'll go a little bit more in depth on Wednesday, but I don't want to hit it too hard because there's really just not that much. There's a lot of information, but it's in bits and pieces. And so I know you guys are wondering, what am I talking about? And like I said, it's going to be a super short show, but this has been in the headlines since early April, and it's been crazy because it just doesn't. I don't want to get into giving my take, but I'm going to partially give my take here. It's kind of weird. It's not cut and dry, but there is some signs. Talking about Jonathan Majors over at Marvel Studios, man. I kind of wish we kind of knew what was going on and had all the details and everything was on the table, but we really, really don't. You know, what's going on, Psycho Force? Good evening, Couching and Slouching, ZB Bizzle, Robert Moore Jr. What's up, man? Shout out to New York. Yeah, man, we're just trying to figure out, like, we got a lot of details. They say he's innocent. Marvel and Disney have been silent about this. There's a lot of people speculating. There's a lot of people making YouTube videos, Facebook videos. And a lot of people are already shouting for him to be recasted. We've heard what we believe is the truth from his girlfriend recanted the story. We've heard from his lawyers that, and I'm just giving you guys the facts. I'm not giving you my opinion. I'm just giving you guys the facts. We've heard a lot of stuff from his PR team, which is actually left. And so I think out of all of this, this is one of the biggest signs that maybe there's something there, or maybe they just want to separate themselves from what's going on. We just don't know. I mean, we could sit in the corners and we could whisper, we could speculate, but there's just, like I said, there's a lot of bits and pieces of information, but it looks, some people say, hey, it doesn't look so bad. Marvel is quiet. Hey, the other people want to say, hey, it kind of looks bad because look, the PR team left, you know, so who knows? I'm probably the wrong person to ask about this, but I'm going to be doing some more research on it. I know in the Black Comic Lords group, which is on Facebook, also as well in the Black Superheroes Forever group, we've kind of stayed away from this a little bit because what we don't want to do is we don't want to start parading and say, oh, recast him, and then we don't want to, you know, proclaim that he's innocent because we just don't have enough information. But again, man, you know, one of the topics that has been extremely hot, I believe they're trying to let it die down until they get some more information. That's what any good company would do. So we'll see what happens with this one. Like I said, short show. I'm not going to get a whole lot of details. I'm not going to throw the man under the bus because, you know, we don't know if he's innocent or guilty. We just have a lot of just information, but nothing has been really put together. So, yeah. What's good, Facebook user? Don't know. I can't see your name. Can't see your face. Alrighty, let's see. So I want to talk about another book that is really, really dope that I brought up a couple of weeks ago, probably about 2 weeks ago on our TikTok page. And I'm not sure how many of you guys actually own the first appearance of Black Manta. If you check out blackcomiclords.net and you go to our website, you'll be able to find out what his first appearance is. But what was strange about this book is DC Superstars presents Aquaman #7. Now, this is not a great copy, but this is an actual reprint from the 70s of I'm gonna try to get a good picture here of Black Manta. So if you don't have a Black Manta first appearance from the 60s, 1967, I believe, I would go and get this one. Like, it'll tide you over if you really want to read the story. If you're not one of those individuals who actually read the book online, I would definitely go and pick this up. This is probably all of $8 online, but it's still, I like variants that are age wise that are close to when the comic came out. And I want to say this is less than 10 years from when he first appeared in the comics. So I would say definitely go and pick this one up. Nobody talks about this book. Nobody knows. It's not a key. It should stay cheap. It's not going to rise in price. It's gonna stay cheap. So I'm not trying to pump this book or anything like that. I know a lot of guys do. Um, we'll probably get into a little bit more on that on Wednesday, pumping and dumping of books. Because we're in a very, very interesting time right now because the comic book market is kind of funny. Um, Here's some other books. I'm going to briefly run through them. Some of these books will be given out during the giveaway. Nothing too hot, nothing too special. First, Cloak and Dagger in their own series. Cloak and Dagger are one of those couples or one of those ebony and ivory type deals that not a lot of people talk about. They have their show. They've had some comic runs. They've been in here and there, but they just don't get a lot of pub. My birthday was on the 17th. My son got me a Slab 9-4 Black Panther #1 for my birthday. Is that one from 1977? The first run, or is it from the second, third, fourth? He's had a lot of run, but I'm assuming you're talking about the run from 1977. But yeah, Cloak and Dagger #1. This is El Cheapo Domingo. Go and get it. I haven't read it. Not really a Cloak fan either, man. I'm part of the problem because I don't. Nobody pushes for Cloak, man. The people that say they do, they never post about them. They never, they just, oh, I'm a Cloak fan. But yeah, I'm not really one. So, Black Panther Jungle Action #8. That's might be a part of the giveaway that's coming up later. This is in pretty good condition. It's probably a very fine. I know a lot of you guys don't speak superhero. You want to speak Black Panther. So here's your Black Panther comic right here. There we go. Yes, the 1977 Jack Kirby. Yeah. I mean, that's a must-have just for anybody's collection, whether you just collect Black comics or not. Jungle Action #7. Black Panther #7. This might be thrown in. This is probably, what, it doesn't have the grade on the back. This is probably, It's probably going to part of the giveaway. I'm good. I'll probably say about a 4 or 5, maybe a 5. I'll give it a 5. I'll give it a 5. Black Panther #4. Y'all already know what this is about. If you don't, I don't want to spoil it. Check out Black Panther #4 on blackcomiclords.net if you want to learn more about this book. Nice. I need those jungle actions. I have most of them. I actually don't have most of the jungle actions. I got some of them. But I try to, I try to get like a bunch of guys. I'll eventually get the whole jungle action run. You're talking 20-something comics. But yeah, I'll eventually go and get it. But shout out to you for that. What's up? What's up, Brooklyn? All right, let's see what we got here. Next topic. I mean, we are going to. So, I was going to talk a little bit about Bob Edgar and some of the things that they're facing down because I'm currently in the Florida area, Central Florida area, and there's a lot of stuff going on that's affecting Disney. That's also affecting Marvel in the direction that they're going to go. So I don't want to dive too deep into details because, again, we're doing a show on Wednesday night where we're going to go a little bit more heavy, but it's going to be politics free. We're just going to state the facts as we see them, and we'll let you guys decide down in the comments because what I want to do, I kind of want to stay out of politics a little bit because I know that kind of gets kind of sketchy. But yeah, where Bob, I know the conversations and the topics are political, right? But yeah, what Bob Edgar is doing, and where Marvel is at. How many of you guys in the comment section that actually have books that are upside down now because the MCU hasn't really been hitting it for you guys? Here's what I want you guys to do. Give me your top 3. Give me your top 3 MCU movies prior to, I'm sorry, not prior, post 2020. So we're talking Scarlet Witch and Division, One Division on up. What is your top three all time from One Division on out? So what's up, Lord Brooklyn? BK for life. What's up? What's up? Also, being fired is a great thing for comic fans. Alonzo being fired is a great thing. Who's Alonzo? I, I'm sorry, bro. I missed that one. HNS Comics. I'm blessed. That's what's up. I don't know who Alonzo is, but listen. Let me see. I don't want to lose track of what I was going to do. Oh, I got another slide for you guys. Let me throw this one up here. So here is what was going to be a mega spec back in 2020 during the pandemic. And granted, this is the pandemic. Everybody's home. People got a lot of cash in their pocket. People are also dying. People are also losing their job. I don't want to make light of how horrible 2020 was, but Shuri was a solid $1,000 book. And now we're talking 200. And granted, I know this is after the movie, but she seemingly is going to be the next Black Panther for a while. And these books that I'm showing you are the graded ones, right? And this is semi-recent. You got February, got a March, and I think some April sales a little bit lower than that, or around the same thing. But these books should be going for more. We all see that they should be going for more. I don't want to go down the Black Panther rabbit hole, and I know I'm like poking the bear, and like I'm like touch and go with a lot of these things. But yeah, is the MCU affecting our bottom line or what when it comes to these books? Are we able to so here's what I'm doing. I'm talking to the speculators right now. I'm talking to the guys that do read the stories, do collect, but also buy the triples and doubles so that they can flip when the MC movies come out. I'm one of those guys. And this is affecting my bottom line. I've got people calling me and say, "Hey, man, you know that," and I really bet it hard on this one. First Kamala Khan, this is a 9.6, and I said, you know what? I graded this like 3 years ago, right? Got in cheap, paid $25 for the book. Oh, I might have paid 25 or 8, what is it, like $28 to go get it slabbed. I didn't get it pressed. I was a rookie when it came to slabbing. I sent it in raw straight from my LCS. I might have dusted it off, and it came back at 9.6. If I could probably press this right now and get a 9.8. But this book is going for like $200-300. This book, when Kamala Khan was first being offered and talked about in the MCU, was going for a mean $1,000-1,500, and now this book is $200-300. So now I'm not upside down on this book, but I probably should have got out because she got hated on. It's unfortunate, man. But I was telling I call this person my comic book spiritual advisor. I said, man, I'm just gonna hold on to Kamala, man. She's just one of those girls, she's a Muslim superhero, and she's just one of those girls. I think down the road, this 9.6 is gonna rise in value. If it doesn't, I think she's cute. I think she's fun. She's not my favorite hero. Not a big fan, but she's probably my top women. Oh, easily top 10, maybe even top 7. But top all time, she gets pushed down to like 17. Top 20, she's like a 17. And I'm being generous with that, man. But yeah, man. So I'm just gonna jump back into Black Panther Forever was an abomination. Here we go. I am the wrong guy to talk about how bad or how good Wakanda Forever was, because I walked out of that movie and I cried. And let me tell you why I cried. And my wife filmed it. I posted up in the group. The Marvels is not going to help as I predict. It will flop. I'm gonna get back to Black Panther, but I have to say something. It's unfortunate that the Marvels actually took more dislikes on YouTube than likes. It was it got like, maybe it got like bomb. I'm not sure. I actually, like the rest of my colleagues, thought Marvel's trailer was cool. Yes, it's a girl fest. It's gonna have a lot of women in it, and a lot of people are like, oh, they're hiding behind other things, and then you got folks. Okay, let me pull back, because I know if I say some certain words, some of y'all gonna get triggered. I know how y'all are, but I liked it. I'm a support. I can't wait till Captain Monica Rambeau or Captain Spectrum gets her action figure. I'm gonna buy them both. I'm gonna buy everything that she got. I'm gonna make sure I bust some of that stuff down to my daughter because I want her to be a collector too. Or at least I want to give her the option to be a collector too as well. But yeah, agree and disagree. Yeah. The Marvels might flop, man. If the Marvels don't hit, bro, listen, Guardians of the Galaxy is gonna probably be like this, right? The person that's really gonna have to sell that is gonna have to be Warlock, which I don't think he will, because I'm not a fan of that actor. And then the black guy that's playing the High Evolutionary, right? Not sure why they made him black, but I think that one or two things. Nope, I'm gonna say that for Wednesday, but that's a good topic. Back to Black Panther: Forever Was Abomination. I cried when I left that movie because all the emotion. Being an admin, I get an opportunity to see a lot of stuff, right? I get an opportunity to see folks complain, folks cry, folks be appreciative, and so all and I'm moderating these comments, I'm moderating these posts, I'm jumping in the comments with folks, going back and forth about Black Panther facts, separating them from facts and fiction, and it's just from 2020, watching people post and people cry. I never forget, man. I watched Richard cry, and he was talking about his ordeal, his personal. I'm not going to get into his personal business, but that touched me, and that really put in perspective, man. When Chadwick died, that really put in perspective, man, how much this character affects people. And when I say this character, I'm talking about Black Panther, man. How much this character affects people. Sometimes it's a little strange to me, but I get it because I'm not. I get it, but I don't because I'm not emotionally attached to these characters. I can set them down. Not understand that they're not real characters. They didn't. A lot of these books help people grow up through their youth. I might have had one or two experiences like that. I had real, tangible people to look up to. And every now and then I would look up to some heroes, man. But I just appreciate the fandom. And I think that's why I walked out of that theater crying because it was like, man, this is a lot, man. A lot of people went through a lot of stuff. You had the haters that didn't want to see Shuri win. You had some folks that didn't have a problem with Shuri being a Black Panther. They just wanted T'Challa, and they didn't realize they didn't understand why they could not get the Black Panther back. And even to this day, I get it, but I don't get it. Ryan Coogler said it took Disney executives 5 minutes to say they were not recasting T'Challa. Coogler wanted to recast T'Challa as the original vision was a father and a son movie. Yeah. And that leaves a horrible taste in a lot of people's mouths because that makes certain people feel like, oh, y'all tried to kill the fatherhood aspect. I'm not, again, I'm not sitting in those rooms. I know what all this stuff might look like, but I can't paint them with that brush. But I totally get it sitting on this side. But what I did is that in my mind, I pivoted. I said, well, damn, Luke Cage ain't been in the freaking MCU at all. You know what I'm saying? He's just as important as anybody else. And he's not even one of my favorites. I said, well, Falcon, they need to keep doing. I said, look, let's do what we got with the characters we got, and it was unfortunate, but I kept it pushing. There's a lot of people who did not. A lot of people just really fell out. A lot of people, some people that still ain't seen Wakanda Forever to this day. And it just impacted people that much, man. I remember watching people go out to the theaters and dancing and the whole night. I'm like, yo, this is really big. And I also cried because this is the stuff that I would pretend like I wasn't a fan of comic books as a kid. Because in the South, if you ain't played sports, and you were running up behind some girls, if you was reading a book or a magazine, you was told you was a nerd or you was a geek, something was wrong with you. And so now these movies are coming out, and these same tough guys that was probably would try to bully me for reading the comic is up in these movies like, yo, Black Panther, T'Challa. Like, these are guys that's in here now. So, man, it's just funny how the box and the world has shifted. Herschel, look like BCL got its first super chat. Yeah, we finally did get a super chat. I'm not gonna say we're officially YouTubers. We've been YouTubers since day one, but we definitely got a super chat. So if you guys want to donate, please. This money goes to help us do what we do. It goes to the website, which we need y'all to make sure y'all go to and check out. It goes to our YouTube funds. It goes to everything that we do. because we do all this stuff for fun, man. Um, and a lot of you guys are fairly new. But this started off as I said I was gonna be super. I see how being on these lives, I'm like, damn man, y'all be going for 3-4 hours, and I get it now, man. You can be on here and you can like you can just run. Um, but as the founder of this group, man, all of this stuff got started, and Richard said it the other night. The lives, I'll talk about the lives, man. The lives got started. I'm like, dang, man, why aren't we talking to each other outside of these posts? So I don't know what happened, but something told me Richard made a couple posts. I was like, who's this old dude on here just posting? And something told me, something inside said, this dude will go on a live with you and he will talk shop with you. And it was a lot of people in this space, but not nobody that I thought was, I don't want to say qualified, but he was absolutely qualified. Me and Richard was talk Sunday nights during the pandemic, man. I remember like that was, I never met this guy before, and every Sunday we was there. Some of you guys was there in those days. We were just on Facebook. It was just me and him would pop up. Richard would show books, and now we're on YouTube. And I saw Paul made a post one day. I was like, something about this guy. Let me call him. We talked like, yo, do a Black Panther show on Friday. To this day, he's still doing Wakanda Whiskey and Bourbon. They doing that show, man. So like, we've grown. It ain't been easy. So a lot of stuff goes on behind the scenes. Derek, which is our producer, I mean, he's the architect behind a lot of this stuff that you guys don't even see, man. So shout out to those boys for helping out, man. And we've grown. We got some ladies on our squad now, and they do their thing. Mark Robinson, yes, we made Simon Wilson black instead of pushing Black Panther. Black Marvel. You mean Blue Marvel? Yeah, man. Dang, y'all gonna make me talk tonight, man. It's 9:07. So I said I was gonna be here only 20 minutes. Here y'all go. I agree with yours. Meaning look above in the chat. BCL guys. All right, yeah. Very nice to win. Listen, the only one of the saving graces outside of Monica Rambeau for me, and just a good story for the Marvels, is I really believe Shamir Anderson, and I got a YouTube video on that, will be the Blue Marvel in this movie. If he shows up, let me just tell y'all this. If the Blue Marvel shows up, which I 85% really believe he will, because Shamir Anderson is in this movie, unless he's some type of scroll or triathlon, he's going to be Blue Marvel. And if he's Blue Marvel, y'all go type in his name, Shamir Anderson, the Marvels. You'll see all this Blue Marvel speculation. If I'm lying, post it in the chat. What was I going to say? If he shows up, that book, Blue Marvel #1, Kevin Greavy's phone's gonna ring and gonna say, "Yo, that book is gonna overnight." Or even in if a reputable site comes out and says he's gonna be Blue Marvel, that book right now is probably sitting 98 at about a 1K, like maybe a $1,200 book. You might be able to steal it for 900. That book is automatically gonna jump to $3,000 or $4,000, bro. Easy. That's the day one. Day 2, day 3, week 2 months from now, 2 months from that, yeah, it's gonna jump. It's gonna jump because we gotta remember. If you watch that Kevin Greavy interview, which is also on YouTube, there's only 17,000 copies of #1. There's a bunch of them on the census, but I would say that's actually. I'm looking at my book right here. I'm gonna go get that slab. I gotta protect it. I didn't do the best job when I was pulling it out, and I've kind of pushed that book in different places. But I'm gonna get a slab. I think at best it's probably gonna come back at 9.4, 9.2, maybe. 9.2s are kind of hard to come by, but it definitely come back out of either. It's gonna be over a 9. I made a mistake, guys, and I always show this. You can learn a lot from a dummy. I didn't get this pressed. Let me put this wrong. I didn't get this pressed. This came back as a 9. I got 2 copies of these. Ultimate Fallout #1. This is not the facsimile. I didn't get it pressed, and I sent it in. I could probably get it pressed now. And it doesn't have it. It's got maybe 1 or 2 color breaks. This should have at least come back a 9.4. Came back a 9.0. And I never forget when I showed folks in BCL, everybody laughed at me. I thought it was funny too. But this is, I'll probably never sell this. The other one is probably an 8.0. It's horrible. I don't know what happened to that book. But I got both of them for like $40, so it's all good. Gordon, good night. Jamie Foxx first appearance went up just on the rumor as he. Oh, Jace Fox first appearance went up just on the rumor he's going to be Batman. He's Batman in the comics. I don't know if he's gonna be Batman. I'd love to see Blue Marvel and MCU have you guys interview Kevin Green. Yes, Robert Moore Jr. We have already interviewed. He was actually our first big interview we ever did. Um, yeah, it's already just type in Kevin Greavy BCL and it'll pop right up. And guess what? It's a really good interview. It ain't just like we just sitting there, he just running his mouth like he's giving us secrets, he's giving us information about the character. It's really a Kevin Greavy slash Blue Marvel interview. Shout out to him. We're supposed to be hopefully meeting back up with him to kind of doing an update with him. That would be dope. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, Blue Beetle. So I have this actually signed by and this movie's coming out. I'm one of the folks, and I'm gonna listen, somebody stop me in 10 minutes. But because that's all I'm not doing more than 10 minutes. I gotta get off. Because I gotta save some of this smoke that I got for Wednesday night, man. And y'all also check out our TikTok, our Instagram. If you did like those Black Comic Lord variants, I have moved them out because I was fooling way too many people and Black Comic Lords making folks think those were real comics. So I moved those over to our TikTok and I also moved those over to our Instagram with this new stuff. But yeah, check us out over there. But yeah, again, MCU, Disney, what they're doing over there in the House of Mouse, it's really and even with DC, I'm not sure how this movie is going to fare. I know a lot of people out of the gate were saying that this was the best trailer they've seen since Iron Man. A lot of people just saying it. A lot of people was just airing stuff out. I wasn't overly impressed by the Blue Beetle, but I'm a little saddened that this book isn't heating up a whole lot more on online. But again, this is a state of where superhero movies are at. Are we seeing superhero fatigue? Is this the end? Is the end nigh for us when it comes to comic books? I will say this, man. Miles is guaranteed after entering the Spider-Verse. I mean, we're gonna talk about that Wednesday, but I got some. I'm gonna say something, then we're gonna finish it up on Wednesday. Um, Blue Beetle, I think it'll be okay. I'm glad they're doing something for the Hispanic community. It's been 80 years until they can get an Americanized movie based off of a Hispanic character. We've had some since the 50s, superheroes with Lothar, but you gotta check our YouTube to see the history on that. Um, but I don't know if that's going to be a smash. Some of the lineup for James Gunn, I'm not seeing, but James Gunn is going to have to say if James Gunn does well, he will actually be helping out Marvel because competition brings out the best in all of us. And Marvel has been the king of the hill for so many years, not having anybody to compete with. And if DC does, we actually need. I know a lot of people are like, oh, like DC, oh, fool DC. We need DC to win because if DC steps their game up, Marvel gonna have to answer the call. They're gonna be behind the goose, and I would love to see it. And that's gonna get Kevin. That's gonna like some fire up under their butt, man. We've all had fire lit up on our butt, maybe if it's at our job, relationships, school, I don't know, in your life. And then when you get fire lit up under you, you press this that much harder. And I just hope that they win. I don't think it's gonna come from Blue Beetle, but I do believe it's gonna come from Flash because I'm behind Flash, the movie, not the actor, because I'm not gonna get into that either. But I'm behind the movie. I want to see it. I want them to do well because that's what's going to springboard this thing ahead. This up in the comments. Miles is guaranteed to enter the Spider-Verse. Now, Miles, Sony is doing well, even though people didn't like Morbius, even though Venom is like, And across the Spider-Verse is going to kick butt, just like Mario just got through kicking some butt. Miles is going to be saved for a trump card. They ain't finna bring Miles out and let him outdo those other three Spider-Man. They're not finna do that. They're finna use Miles just in case. That's their secret weapon to throw him out live action, just in case it gets bad over there at Sony. All right. That's my take. I don't think we're going to see Miles anytime. So I know people are posting making posters, fake this, fake that. No. They're gonna wait until Toby. I think Toby's gonna come back for some cameos. Andrew Garfield might even be in a movie, and Tom Holland's got at least 3 more films to do before they like call that black dude or that Hispanic dude that's named that we're gonna got for Miles. Let's throw him in. Sony's got to be doing pretty bad before they do that. But plus, they got Hypno Hustler. They got all those. They're gonna work that road gallery. They're gonna work they're gonna work their IPs first. And if something don't go right, they're gonna come out of nowhere and hit us with Miles. Miles is already here, but it's in a cartoon form, right? The end is not near. Is folks mad about certain characters finally getting their due? Why would I be unhappy with that? Is out when I am not required to see anything. That's true. I don't put C Cole. I don't put all my faith in movies. And I'm glad. Like even behind me, every DC important DC book, superhero book that I wanted, I own now, except for Viking the Black. I'm gonna go. That's gonna be my last Black DC key that I need to get. And I got DC guys that I really, really wanted to get. I got them all. And I'll just be working on like a Black Lightning run, stuff like that. But yeah, man, like I don't put all my faith in movies. At the end of the day, these movies, just like the cowboy genre that our grandparents and our parents grew up with, like Gunsmoke, Bonanza, that was the Marvel DC universe back in the day. Like that was their thing. And ain't nobody don't do no cowboy shows no more, right? This is gonna soon pass away, but these books are always gonna be here, man. That's why I tell people, folks, man, get into these books. Seems to be a very good pick for Blue Beetle. Yeah, I ain't gonna argue with that. Miles is 5 years away, easily, easily. Why throw him out there now with what's going on? Because if I'm Sony, I'm not gonna throw my son out there with all this stuff that's going on with the MCU. Not to do it. They should give us Doctor Voodoo as Doctor Strange is set to be the villain. Is he set to be the villain, or is he going to just be tripping here and there? I'm gonna tell you right now, we're not gonna see Brother Voodoo, and I'm pissed because I can't find a cheap Brother Voodoo. When 2 years ago, I could have got a very fine to a 9.0 Brother Voodoo for like $100. I graded for like $100. Now you're gonna pay at least for a very fine raw $200 for probably a raw. I don't like that at all. I ain't down with that at all. But that just shows you people want that character to pop up, right? There has been no noise about Brother Voodoo showing up in the movies, but his book is still doing well, considering that you can go on Macari or some of these other fishing holes online and get it for the low low. And you know, people like Brother Voodoo, Spawn, and stuff. These witch doctor ish type or scary, spooky. I don't really fool with them. I'm not trying to say I'm scared, but I don't really fool with them too much. So now I'm like, crap, I should have got a Brother Voodoo. So I'm gonna go back and get a Brother Voodoo or whatever. Put in the chat what comic black character you still need to get. Maybe you already got them, but you ain't got them in the right grade that you really want to see them in. Put that in the chat. After that, we gotta get here. I just caught one for 100. Brother Voodoo. Richard Wright. Oh snap! Did you get it? Did you get it graded? You know, but I'm pretty sure Richard got him a nice copy. Pretty sure. Now, I don't know where you got that $100 one from, but I ain't been seeing it. I would have probably tried to grab that one. I still need a Blue Marvel. I'll sell you a Blue Marvel right tonight. I'll sell you a Blue Marvel for the price that is going to be after he drops in the Marvels trailer, man. I'll sell you for that price. Still need a blade. I still need a blade as well, man. I'm trying to get my homeboy to come off one of his. He got like 12 of them. Trying to get my homeboy to come off to his lowest grade. Just a reader's copy or whatever. So listen, man, I gotta get out of here, man. Gotta get out of here. But we giving away some. We won't be giving away no Kamala Khan. I almost want to say R.I.P. Kamala Khan, man, but I hope, man, they get off her back, man. Let her breathe, let her live. Won't be giving this away. I'll be holding on to this. Somebody DM'd me the other day, was like, "Hey, you trying to get this up?" I'm not. I think the only thing that's wrong with this character is that they did some different type of powers versus just make her like Mr. Fantastic, like they should have done. I think they screwed up the character. All the other stuff about her I thought was cool. But I will be giving out this Black Panther dope cover. Got upside down. It's a 9.8. You would never turn down 9.8s, man. So I'll be giving this away on Wednesday night. Probably, if y'all play nice. If y'all play nice, y'all do what y'all eat your vegetables. I'll probably be giving this one away. Black Comic Lords, teammates, you guys are not eligible for this one. But I will be giving this one away. I did give away, I gave away a 9.8 2 weeks ago to somebody. I gave out like a Black Panther book or something like that. I can't remember what book that was. I have a nice Strange Tales 169 that I've had for years. I got the first Blade Dracula for $5 at the mall around 25 years ago. The Blade and Dracula. Yeah, $5 around 25 years ago. You probably that's probably right. Like the video. So, anyways, guys, I'm about to get out of here. I can't pull a 2 hour. I can't give y'all a full-fledged busting show because I gotta save some of this heat for Wednesday night. I gotta save some of these slabs for Wednesday night. Unless somebody says something really crazy in the comments that's gonna get me going, I gotta get out of here. And some of y'all know me. You already know what couple words y'all can push, man, to get me going. But again, like I say, man, eat your vegetables, do what's right, and I'll put in the Black Comic Lords group. Actually, no. If you want to know how to get this slab, you got to join our TikTok because I'll be making a TikTok video. I don't got TikTok. I don't got TikTok, man. I don't fool. That's for young folks. Hey, if you want the slab, go to TikTok. That's all you got to do is go to TikTok. And it's follow Black Comic Lords. You ain't got to follow nobody else. Follow Black Comic Lords. That's where this information will be at. Shout out to Tomb Raider for the super chat donation. Man, thank you guys. Like I said, thank you guys for the super chat donation, man. Shout out. You know what? I just realized who H&H Comics is. I just realized who he is. Miles Duncan. Richard, you almost got me, bro. Y'all almost got me. Shout out to Miles Duncan, man. Hold up. Let me pull him up here, man. Miles Duncan's up top right there. Shout out to Miles Duncan, man. He ain't trying to bother nobody. No, that's not his first appearance. But that's the book that goes with the character. Don't laugh at my Bumblebee. That is her only action figure that is affordable for me. The other one's like $300 and is extremely rare out of Japan. But yeah, shout out to Black Lightning. Shout out to Nubia. And yeah, that's what we're doing tonight. But I own his first appearance. I'm going to tell you something. If you don't own the first appearance of Miles Duncan, the first black superhero for DC Comics, I don't know what to tell you, man. That's a cheap book to go and get. Now, you ain't going to find a good copy. Probably. You'll find a good copy, but it's going to have to be slabbed. But you ain't going to find no good raw one. They're going to have a bunch of those white lines cutting through. I have never seen a raw one that was in immaculate shape. And if you do, man, slab that. Don't even, literally, if you buy it from the store, hold it and walk down to CGC and hand it to him, man, because that was his on a coverless first Nubia. Never seen something like that. Got something to say about Nubia, too, but we're going to talk about that on Wednesday. Anyways, guys, like Richard says, when he does these shows, he says it like 10 times before he actually leaves. I got to get out of here, and he'll start talking again. He'll say, I got to get out of here. Start talking again. I'm out of here. Appreciate you guys in the super chat. Miles Duncan. Hey, Richard Wright, man. Shout out to Richard Wright, man. Shout out to y'all boys for watching the show. Like I said, I hardly ever come on here. Appreciate the ones that showed up. God bless y'all. Eat your vegetables. Buy your comics with cash. We out.